Hello everyone, I'm going to show you 5 useful tools for Guildwars 2. They are in no specific order and each has its own purpose. So let's jump right in and start with the first one. YOLO Mouse. YOLO Mouse is a cursor overlay for your Guildwars 2 cursors, for instance, so you can see them better on a busy screen. You can get it by just googling for it, or you check out the links in the description. And then you download it, you install it, and it's automatically running. Just make sure you download the right version of it. There's a 64-bit and a 32-bit. So after you downloaded and installed it, in-game is still your default cursors and you have to set them up first. We're going to do this in a second in-game. And here we are. So you hit Ctrl Alt and 1. And this changes your cursor to this big blue mouse first. If you hit it again, you get the pink one or the green one, and so on and so forth. There are also crosses, a circle, and young cat. Different colors for everything, each available under Ctrl Alt 1 up to 9. Ctrl 0 is for your reset, so if Ctrl Alt 0 resets all your cursors to the default. And Ctrl Alt plus and minus resizes them. And here's the young cat. And now I'm gonna resize them with Ctrl Alt add and subtract. And please note there are also different cursors for different interactions. For instance, you have one for gathering, which is an interact, and you can customize this as you wish to. I'm going to show this in a second, I guess. Also, there are marker packs out there, or cursor packs out there for Guildwars 2. So you can get, they look kind of like the default ones, but toned up. So they are more visible, but still Guildwars 2, if you don't want to break the game immersion for you, so to speak. And this one is interestingly in-game, it inverts the colors. In OBS it's not. I'm sorry for this. I also decided to stick with this cursor, so you're going to see it as a bad example for me fucking up the recording. Thanks a lot. Yep, here you can see the interact. And here you can see me fight with the cursors, which should be more visible, but isn't because I stick with the wrong cursor overlay for OBS, I guess. So you can see it's in the middle, and you could see it pretty well, but it's just, the screen is noisy and busy, and if you have a normal mouse, and I mean, you know, this is just a event champion fight. Yes, it is busy, but there are more stuffs out there where you really can't see shit again. I mean, you know what I'm talking. This is just an event. Anyways, this would be it for YOLO Mouse. And we are going for the next entries. Guildwars 2 Efficiency. Guildwars 2 Efficiency uses your API to track your account progress and other useful things. You can again simply find it by googling it or go down and check the links. It has many different uses. It has a lot of things you can look out for. There are different languages you can get it, and it works with your API. That's the most important part, and you get your API by visiting the account page from ArenaNet. And if you just take it all on, and you can then have basically your account you linked to efficiency down in your browser, which is very useful. The thing I use it for most is basically searching lost items on my account, like at infinitum. I really didn't know where to put it, and this sounds really stupid because it's a legendary. You can also see how your account developed about the last 2 years. If you want, so you can see what you have, what is worth things like your characters and wallet and storage and bank tabs, and you can also see how long you played and that you died 2 times an hour, which is wow, my god. Then you can have a look at your characters directly. You have guild, PvP, all that stuff, and many more achievements. The farming tab I'm going to show off later because it's pretty cool. And yeah, you can see just your account, but instead of going in game where you clearly not have it that visible, or at least I thought never it was that visible, and see it nicely displayed on a screen and take your time to look at it. Okay. Then we also have online statistics. These are pretty new, and you can see how many people have unlocked which achievement. Player statistics, clearly seeing human, female, meta, okay. And you also can see play for free accounts are 323. I'd assume this is a rough number because not everyone is kind of linked to Guild to efficiency. And here you have the currencies. You can select different currencies, and Guild to efficiency tells you how much gold you can make with them. Here you have the trading post where you can track items and also see how they developed about last week, 3 days, months, and so on. And for next up we are going to get to the dailies tab, kind of. So you can see which dungeons you did today, which dungeons are going to count in for the dungeons frequenter. The same applies to raids, but weekly, and fractals, again daily. And next up I'm going to show the crafting calculator, and this is my second favorite Guildwars to efficiency tool, because you can enter in an item you would like to craft, and you can clearly see how much it's going to cost you at the state of the trading post at this exact moment. So if I want to make a sap so I can make a bowl later, it would, oh god, it's always that much money. And you also get a shopping list where it shows you what to buy and what to craft and quantity sorted as you wish. It also tells you what daily recipe you have to do. So to get all these, go to the farming tab. You also have some with YouTube video guides, and as last thing I want to show off is the Guildwars community lottery, where you just sign up. You also can donate stuff if you're a nice person, but you can sign up and do the stuff. And now let's go farming. Enjoy a time lapse. Welcome back! So we farmed for 24 minutes and 24 seconds. We made profit of 5 gold, and we can see it thanks to the farming tracker. So check it out, it's a really cool tool, especially for the compare what's better. Next up we have Tactical Overlay, or TACO, one of my favorite tools. TACO is a guide that gets you through the game. You can find it by searching for it on Google again. Just take the first entry and you're good to go. On the blog post, just take the first download build. Always the top on the list is the one that's most recent. Make a separate folder for it. I really recommend this. Run it as admin. This is really helpful as well. And you're basically good to go. And yes, for some you'll need to create an API key. It's for Dungeons and Raid progress. You have different marker packs. Check out Tech's workshop. He really has some good stuff there. Like basically everything is from there I use. Now you can see some in-game footage of TACO. As first you will notice after the PvP button on the top left corner, you have a new icon. This is TACO. And then you can see some floating icons around there, like the red stashes, the blue chests, and I think some yellow ones that are for the sand piles, I guess. But we're gonna have a closer look as soon as we stopped fighting here. Yeah, what else is TACO useful for? I'm gonna broadcast everything later now, so it really, you can see there, supply stash there, on the other side as well. So clearly here we have one, and sand pile under us, I don't know, and there we have a trade cache. Exactly, and then it's pretty. I mean, if you don't have the names on, you couldn't see them, and with TACO you can. So now we port back to the Astralarium, and I'm gonna display some stuff. So you can toggle everything on and off. You have resist nodes, chests, collectibles, festivals, jumping puzzle, guild races, and whatnot. Just everything. Everything you can find a guide on the internet, there is basically anywhere a marker on it. Especially jumping puzzles. And Tribulation mode. I'm gonna use Tribulation mode markers this year. For sure. And then we have a lot of different stuff which you don't know how to. If the markers hurt the screen edge, then basically they all get, if they're not clearly in front of you, they get pushed to the side or to below. So they all around you constantly, and this is one part that's very annoying about TACO, but if you like it, go for it. Next up, I'm gonna toggle the range signals, which are useful sometimes, not often. Sometimes they are. If you wanna stand max melee range on a boss in raids, for instance, it's pretty useful. You can toggle the different ranges on and off, also make it more visible, whatnot. The debug text just tells you IP map you're on and some FPS stuff like game FPS and this overlay FPS. But I'm gonna untoggle on them now. The Tactical Compass, another really useful tool if you basically, like I, don't know if you're going right or left. A compass is really helpful. Now we untoggle them both, and we're gonna go to toggle on locational timers. I haven't found what they are used for as of now, but I'm sure they have a use. The HP grids, I assume they don't work on a plain scarab, I don't know. Maybe on champions or bosses, I don't know. There is also a mouse highlight. If you haven't gotten YOLO mouse and you don't get bothered by a big fat cross around your screen, go for this one. Really helpful again. It also has different colors and an outline. Now we're going through the map timer window. The map timer window is a window showing you the boss times and event times. So you have normal world bosses like Fire Elemental or the Small Worm and Taida Covington and stuff like this. But you also have Burden Brink and Auric Basin. And next up we're gonna move it around with the window edit mode, which again is toggled. So if you don't take off the cross again, you're gonna move around stuff all around you. You can also edit it and say, I don't want to see hardcore bosses, I'm never gonna slay Tequatl, I don't know, if you want to. But you can also close it again, because if you're not doing it, it's just clustering the screen. And then we have the API stuff, like I said, enter your API key and you can have the raid progress window open and the dungeon progress window open. Just basically showing you if you've did it already today or in this week, if you can't keep track of that by yourself. So now I'm gonna show off one of the trails, and I said I'm gonna stay on Domain of Istan and show the first part. The trail, it is really very useful. So you can see here it starts, and I'm just gonna follow it until I find the first cache. And that's basically this. From the first cache I'm gonna go to the next one, and so on. And if you hit the end of one, there will be a mark telling you where to part, or which waypoint to take. This also works for Pact Supply Network agents. They all have, so you start at a waypoint and you go to the first one, and there's another marker telling you where to go next. But what I really want to show off is the jumping puzzle, because this is a really cool feature. Because there are so many jumping puzzles, you can't keep track of where everyone starts, and I don't know. And you can't remember how to jump, so I thought I'm gonna show this off, and I'm gonna do it for a little time lapse as well. Have fun! Quickly in between, as you can see down there, we have a mount shortcut. This is added by TechKit's workshop, I guess, and it's basically a shortcut. Next on the list we have Guildwars to Profits. Guildwars to Profits is an advanced tool to help you increase and optimize your gold income. You have to set it up, you have to tell it what you want to and what not, and you have to give it your API so it optimizes for you what you can craft. This is the craft everything tool on Guildwars to Profits. Include and exclude stuff you don't want, tell them how much gold you want to spend on that day, and then go ahead. Buy the stuff they tell you, insta-buy or order, this also gets told, and craft stuff and sell it for the amount they tell you to optimize your gold income. You know, sometimes it's hard to keep track of what materials you have and what's worth to craft out of it. This tool helps you with this. So go ahead and set it up as you wish and go ahead, go crafting. Next up we have the Guaranteed Wardrobe Unlock Analyzer. This one uses your API to analyze your wardrobe and tell you what you need so you get the maximum out of Guaranteed Wardrobe Unlocks from your Black Lion chests. Give it your API key, sort it the way you want it, and go ahead. The top left icons tell you how to get stuff. So berries, gold, crafting, Hall of Monuments, achievements, deluxe edition, whatever. Karma. And this also has mode to tell you what you need to get to have a minimum unlock value out of your Guaranteed Wardrobe Unlocks. So as you can see with 50 gold, it's still 14,663 gold I had to spend to get something out of them that's more worth than 50 gold. 20 gold, still too much, 10 as well. 5 is manageable. Wow. I'm sad now. Next up, we have some honorable mentions. Discord and ArcDPS. ArcDPS displays your DPS and the DPS of your squad. Build templates, that is built into ArcDPS if you get it, allows you to save a preset for a character. It makes it easy to swap between Chrono Tank and Mirage as an example. So here we have the ArcDPS site, and you can see it's a third-party tool that's not completely approved by ArenaNet. I'd still say it's it's not on the black or white side, it's still in the grays, so to say. You can get logs out of it and upload them to DPS report or Guildwars to radar, and yeah, a lot of stuff. It is still controversial. I really like it, and I think for personal use, yes, it would be great to just have something built in like this. Like why can't we have this as death screen? I don't want to see my buddies fight, I want to see what killed me or how much damage I did before I got killed, and not just have to rely on a third-party tool. The D3, D9 stuff is the stuff you want, the .dll stuff. And then here we have Discord, and Discord is just Discord. It's time to ditch Skype and TeamSpeak. Get this. So this was my list for the tools you should have for Guildwars 2. Thanks for watching, check out the links below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!